Hey guys, it's Nick from the Racing Rejects, and in this video I'm going to go around this 1969 GMC Suburban that I've been working on. It's kind of cool because you don't see many of these three-door Suburbans anyway, much less a GMC. So this Suburban came into my shop mainly to redo the exhaust. It was a little loud for the owner's taste, and also the tips that you see in front of the rear tire, they're real janky. So I redid those and then pretty much redid the entire exhaust from the downpipes back, put a quieter muffler on it, and it's a whole lot nicer to ride around in now, and the exhaust tips are much better than what they were before. And while I had it in here, I fixed a few little things. The brakes were touchy. It had a manual brake pedal with a power brake booster, so I just had to drill another hole in the brake pedal, change the pedal ratio up a little bit, and it made them a lot better. Worked on the tune some, just some drivability issues, and then did a few things to the steering to make it steer a little better, just some worn out parts and things. I'll go ahead and grab the camera and we'll walk around, show you all the details of the truck, show you what's power in this thing, and then we'll take it for a test drive. So you can see this thing has a pretty nice patina on it. I think it's a mix of original and sort of faux patina. It's definitely been rubbed on anyway, and it's got a clear, gloss clear paint job. It's not really to my taste. I would rather have a matte clear or just have it natural, but this is what the previous owner did before the current owner bought it. Also the white wheels, I would prefer them to be black without the trim rings. I have pictures of it like that, and they look better to me, but it works pretty good. These are 20s. They look like they're steel wheels, but they are aluminum. You can see the exhaust tips I made. They punched through the body. That's all stainless construction. The original ones, this didn't sit flush with the body, this ring here, so I had to cut this ring off and redo it, make it fit nice and flush to the body. And then this other piece here was made out of real thin aluminum, and so I made it out of 16 gauge stainless. Did a brushed finish which matches the trim up here. You come around to the other side and you can see that it is a three-door. There's a nice green material here. I think that's actual leather, and then this white tweed. The tweed looks really nice, although it's hard to keep clean, but it sure does look good in here. You can pretty much fit 9 adults comfortably in this truck, so it's really cool, and still has enough space for storage. This here tailgate drops down. That way you can load everything in there, sit on the tailgate. I prefer this to barn doors myself. If it were mine, I would try to drop it down in the front and maybe lift it in the rear some. It's a little nose high right now, and I think it would look a little better if it was nose down. So that's pretty much it on the exterior. So we'll look under the hood. You might can tell it's got a few secrets hiding in there. You can see the intercooler. If it were mine, I would probably paint the intercooler black just to make it blend in a little bit. And there it is. That's just a little 5.3. It's got a cam and twin 68mm turbos. So it gets down the road pretty good. It's only pushing about 5.5 pounds of boost. So a lot more potential here with a bigger motor that's built a little more. I'm sure these turbos could push a lot more boost than that. And this setup with the new exhaust, it's really a real sleeper. If it wasn't for the intercooler, and I guess the exhaust tips too kind of give it away, you wouldn't know that this thing had much power at all, especially with the new exhaust. It's nice and quiet until you get on it and the wastegates open up, then it gets a little loud, but it's really perfect for what it is. Alright, so that's pretty much it for the walk around, so I'll go ahead and shut the hood, hop in it, and go for a little test drive. Alright, driving the Suburban. So this thing has just a turbo 400, it's got 323 gears in the rear, which means it cruises pretty well. It's got vintage AC, which is really nice. It also has like a custom auto sound, old school looking radio, but it's really a modern radio. AM, FM, and auxiliary, so you can plug your phone into it and play whatever. It works really well. And it also has twin turbos, so you can do this. I love this thing. It's so ludicrous. And it's only like 5.5 pounds of boost. I don't know what's done to this 5.3 other than a cam, so I wouldn't want to push it too far unless I knew exactly what was in this motor. But with twin 68s, there's plenty of potential to make some real horsepower with this thing. But just a little 5.3 with 5 pounds of boost, it'll probably last forever, and it makes plenty enough power to be fun. This thing would be perfect for power tour. We've long hauled the power tour a couple times now, and first time we did it in Wesley's 67 Cougar. Not a whole lot of room in that thing, no AC, black car. It was kind of miserable. And then the next year we did it in my 1960 F100. We thought the truck would be a ticket and it had AC, which was nice. But then we got to the hotel and realized all of our tools and luggage and everything is in the back. So we either had to pack the cab full of the tools and stuff, or we would put it all in the hotel room if we could get it in there. That wouldn't be an issue in this thing because you got plenty of room to put all your tools, your luggage, your people, whether it be kids or friends or whatever, and just go on a road trip and have a great time. The only thing I would want to do is seat belts for one thing and cup holders. But just a few tweaks like that, and this thing would be perfect for a road trip like Power Tour. It's got plenty of power to get up those hills. This thing doesn't handle bad either. It's pretty much just stock lowered suspension. I'm not sure if it's drop spindles or not. It's got normal disc brakes in the front, drums in the rear. I would like to put a limited slip in the rear if it was mine, just whenever you do massive burnouts, it leaves nice 11s in the road. But the way it is now, it does leave nice little one-wheel peels pretty much as far as you want to go. With the Turbo 400, it's dead reliable, and with the 323s, it's really not bad at all, especially with these tall tires. So, you know, a 4L80 would be nice, but it's definitely not necessary in this truck. Suspension-wise, it's got lowering springs in the front. I think it might have drop spindles. I'm not positive. If it doesn't, it really could use some just to get the stance right. It definitely could use some sway bars, but it's not a, you know, corner carbon truck by any means, but sway bars would help a little. With the 5.3, it's got pretty good power when it's not in boost. You can just cruise it around, no problem. It rides really nice. Being a Suburban, it does rattle a little from the rear. I've never been in an old Suburban where the rear hatch, whether it be barn doors or tailgates, they always rattle. But you could probably add some weather stripping and stuff to fix that. The Vintage Air does a good job of cooling things down. It'd probably get a little hot if you're in the third row, but it's really not bad in here at all. I've got the windows up. It's like 95 degrees outside and I'm not sweating at all. And then, you know, when you want to get down, you know, she'll get down. I don't even want to say what that was on the Speedo. You know, you would think in such a big vehicle like this that it would feel fast, and other than being pushed back in the seat, it doesn't feel as fast as you think it is, especially when you're driving. The only way to really know how fast it is, I mean, it's pushing you back, but you just watch that Speedo climb. And I've tested this Speedo. It is almost dead on accurate, and it climbs pretty quick. So yeah, I've really enjoyed working on this truck, being able to experience this. I've never had something like this. I've always wanted, like, you know, pro touring cars, manual transmission, stuff like that. And I've had cars that were nice cruisers, like my 67 Coronet, just small motor, you know, automatic transmission. But now having something like this that can hold a bunch of people, is really big and makes a lot of power and just cruises really nice, kind of makes me want to build something like this one day. So I'm going to keep my eye out. I don't know, maybe a Wagoneer or something like that. We'll see. But yeah, working on this thing was a real treat. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the review of this Suburban, and if you want to see more reviews on the channel, let us know. We don't do a whole lot of reviews. It's mostly just what we're working on in the shop. But every now and then I'll get a customer project in here, so if you guys want to see reviews of that or reviews of other people's cars, let us know in the comments. In the meantime, you can follow us on social media. We're at Racing Rejects on Facebook and Instagram, and you can follow me on Instagram. I'm at NickFerris53. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys soon.